I have a whole section on freaks. This is crazy. Now, I don't own anything Balenciaga, and I don't really pay attention to the stuff that they come out with, except I think their shoe socks are dumb. But I know y'all have seen those ads that they've had. I think they were trying to be, they wanted it to look art house, but it was just bizarre. So there's been fierce backlash. They're the ones who came out with the kids with the teddy bears that were in bondage gear and all this stuff. And the bag that was over the Supreme Court case that had to do with child pornography. And then there was another set of images that came out that showed this actress who was sitting at a desk, and she had behind her were books of one of the creatives involved with Balenciaga, and they had castrated toddler paintings in those. Look, at this point, it's beyond coincidence. Don't you agree? It is beyond a coincidence. So Balenciaga has started now finally addressing it. They had a statement out, and they were trying to explain what their campaigns. They said that they didn't mean to, the gift collection should not have been featured with children, talking about their teddy bears and bondage gear. Yeah. They said it was a wrong choice. You think? Then they talked about the business environment that had the child pornography case. And they said, these were all provided by third parties that confirmed in writing that they were fake office documents, and they turned out to be real legal papers, most likely from the filming of a TV drama. They were unapproved. I mean, it just sounds like passing the buck. I mean, to me, it sounds like this is way too often that they're doing this. And there's even more than just those 3 instances. And it was kind of an apology, sort of. Now, you want to know what? It's interesting. Here's a fun fact. The CEO of Balenciaga's parent company, do you know whose husband that is? Salma Hayek's husband.
Really?
Uh-huh. Now, I don't believe that they're weirdos, but I think that there are people that work with that company that that run that company that have no idea what's going on. Because some of the stuff, I mean, in this day and age where you are convicted by association. He apparently also owns an art auction site that sells child sex mannequins with all kinds of copulatory organs instead of mouths or noses. Yeah. I think they need to fire some of the people that work for their company. It's what it sounds like. But here's what it gets weirder. Instead of asking why, because it does seem like a mainstreaming. You can understand why people are up in arms about this, considering what their kids were reading in schools, considering the hormone abuse and teachers insisting on telling elementary school kids about their sex lives. Clearly, you can understand, and with the drag brunch shows for all ages instead of just keeping it adult, you can understand why some people absolutely, and without judgment, have the view that, yeah, this is being mainstreamed. Because it is! What else is the purpose of this? New York Times decided to try to run defense after The View tried to run defense. They immediately say, it was pretty much a Republicans' pounce headline. They said, Balenciaga's, again, playing into the hands of the right. Why is a condemnation on disgusting behavior by one entity somehow an offense committed by the people criticizing that entity? It doesn't make any sense. New York Times ran a piece that said, when high fashion and QAnon collide. But I don't even know what that means. Why is that even a thing? This is not a QAnon thing. You had a kid holding a bondage bear that's representative of a sex object. A little kid that looked like she was like 4 or 5 years old. You had a actual court decision about child pornography on a desk underneath a bag. You had another shot in which you featured books where there are castrated toddlers paintings, literally paintings of castrated toddlers. I'm not exaggerating. How in the hell is that QAnon? What kind of disturbing sicko freak defends this stuff? Some people need Jesus. Some of y'all people don't need stuff for Christmas. You need Jesus to come down here and just stick his holy foot in your backside.